XFD, what kind away and welcome to the Funnyness podcast. A podcast that's about something and nothing at the same time. I'm out here with Ryandee and Benni Mosh. These niggas are laughing at me.
The way you do the intro is like, it's just funny. I like it. Like your nerves, but I like it.
It's, when I start doing anything, I like to just center myself. Yeah. So I just say like something, and they know me now. When people see me, it's like, wait, what kind? Yeah, but I guess in branding, that's like a big thing.
It is.
Everyone's out there pushing brand. Yes.
Very what kind. That's actually dope. I actually should work on mine. Like, I like that. I've never worked on mine.
Yeah, no, that came about also just like when I started trying to do videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I run with it. With every video I do, it's in the beginning. Now I see, like, even when I'm on stage, people respond to it well.
Oh, you say very what kind.
If I say except very what kind, they say, stick at your bang.
Yeah. I like that.
Yes, guys. So, where we at, guys, in life? Where we at, guys? What's happening, Mr. Ryandee?
My God, I don't even know where to start with my life. I think Benni, to take the mic, bro, so I can rest myself.
What's happening in my life? I'm still in gear, blooming.
Yes.
I also do music too, gents. So I'm about to drop my mixtape soon.
Okay, you should give me your mixtape.
Yeah, definitely.
For free, please.
Definitely.
Nigga, Benni in the house.
But it's different. It's different. It's not not even.
So how much do you do? School, music?
I do school, music, comedy. I DJ as well.
Okay.
And I act. But acting is part of Sgela.
Yeah.
So
that's what you're studying in school.
That's what I'm studying.
Acting.
So this all comes together. Man.
Yes. So like for you can be an idiot on cue. Like I just you trained to be an idiot. Yeah. But it's interesting. Working in entertainment, I find it very difficult having to entertain people when I'm a bit down. So,
man.
How do you guys deal with something like that?
I think the biggest thing is about taking care of yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Always make sure that you're in the right state to do something. Don't ever put yourself, don't commit yourself when you're not now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't say I'm going to do 3 shows tonight, but I know that I'm not grand right now.
Right, yes.
Because you're not going to give it the same energy.
No, you're
People not going to receive it well.
Because what I'm thinking, I was like, dude, you've been feeling shit, but you're trying to force yourself to do. I like the way you guys are actually saying what you're saying now. Because I'm like, Nick, you needed to hear this. Because I'm in that state when I'm in a bad state, I know I can't bring out my full potential. Like, I know I can't, but I want to just do it because I'm like, I feel shit if I don't do it. I feel like I fall more. Yeah. Like, I feel like if you don't stop the ball from rolling now, say maybe you feel shit today, tomorrow, and the next day, you need to stop it somewhere because it's fucked up. So I feel like if you try and push yourself to do something, even if you flop, you're gonna be proud of yourself because you've done the thing. You understand? Because what I'm listening to, what you're saying is right. Like maybe if you do feel like, hey, I'm feeling shit here, I should stop it, but you should stop. But then I was like, okay. You know what? You need to stop the ball somewhere. So what you're saying is dope, but at the same time, I'm like,
the thing where it comes, the thing is money. Money is the biggest trap out there, Because now you have to work every day.
Exactly.
9 to 5, When you're not feeling yourself, you're going there like zombie mode.
Exactly.
You're thinking of the bag. But it's a trap, man, guys. Yeah. I just want to do more. I like what Benni is doing, and especially at your age, Benni. For a young man, it's good, doing these things. At a later stage, you'll just be, it will be second nature to you, everything you're doing.
I want to just get into that point where I'm in cruise control. You know what I mean?
Cruise control. Can you drive, Mr. Benni?
Barely. I can't drive.
Barely. Barely.
Mr. Ryandee, what are you busy with, sir?
Hey, my guy, my life. I don't even know where to start, but I just know my life is moving now. I feel like it's fast paced. I feel like I'm in a fast lane in my life now. At the moment, it's stand-up comedy. For some reason, I told myself, I made this promise to myself, as soon as the doors open, I'm going to go for stand-up comedy and no one's going to stand in my way. I told myself, I'm doing this, right? So stand-up comedy and I do the video content and then I have a 9 to 5. I don't even want to get into that. I don't want to get into that. But what I'm looking at now in my life so far, I'm looking at my stand-up comedy and my content creation because I've been pushing bucks and whatnot. So I told myself, why don't you just try and push harder there? Because if you're investing all this time in your workplace, what if you the money that you not the money, the time you put into your work. What if you put it into this side? What you gonna do? So I told myself, you know what? Yo, go for it, man. Like, why don't you just do it? So like in my life, that's why I am. That's where I am. I don't even know if I should tell you guys the big secret, maybe after the podcast. But for now, just know my life is like fast paced. And so I'm just like, I have to do my thing. It's like do or die. You understand?
It's interesting times we're living in, you know. After this pandemic and stuff, I'm also close to moving on from my day job.
Yeah.
So basically, 2 years ago, I quit my job as a mechanic and I got into doing a learnership for motor engineering. So it's also related to mechanics, you know. But because of the pandemic, there are delays now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm only there for the qualification, basically. I don't even care about the money. I do enough on the side. But the thing I'm struggling with is, you know, people, they don't like when you're doing more for yourself.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
Yeah.
They're so okay with you just doing that one thing.
Exactly.
And, you know, it's important. We need to push more. And that's why I like Funnyness so much. Actually, I love Funnyness. I'm not going to lie to you.
And that's why, like, for me, when I do so many things, a lot of people that I go to and ask for advice, they always tell me, try dumb it down. Stick to one thing.
Exactly. They want
there's
you
too
to
much on
follow
your plate.
norm,
But
man.
the honesty is that if I were to stick to one thing, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Yes, exactly.
I wouldn't have built all that I've built for myself if I just did one thing. Although, if I did stick to one thing, I would have been good at that one thing.
I doubt that very much. I feel the same. The thing is, I've got the concentration span of a 3-year-old. If it gets boring very quickly for me. So I don't think one thing, I'd be good at one thing if I did one thing.
Exactly.
I don't think I would be that good at one thing. I feel if I have the capacity to do a lot of things, I can give them all equal attention and I can excel at all of them.
And
you know what I believe on my side? I believe what you put work into is going to be obviously the one that's going to be flourishing. So like you said, in your regards, if you do one thing, of course you're going to be good at that one thing. But you're also putting yourself in a position and a space where if this one thing flops, then I have nothing.
Exactly.
You've got nothing else.
You have nothing.
You've got nothing
so
else.
What Dakes says is like, you should be good at a lot of things. It's not you should be. Like, you should always have that, all right, what if, what not. Like, do work on every side of yourself so that you know that if the one flops, you don't just have that one thing, you understand? So that's what I'm about.
Yeah. But, you know, like in school, there's always one subject that you're good at and others you don't worry about. In school, I was good at everything. I disrespected biology and that teacher used to hate me for it because she said, how can you be getting A's in other subjects, but in my subject, you're doing so poorly. And I told her, like, in my life, I'm never going to need biology, ma'am. I'm sorry. I
don't want it.
That's that one thing I said, you know, I'm not going to put my energy into this thing. Yeah, and now, like, I'm putting a lot of my energy into comedy.
Okay.
It's nice, man. Comedy is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I'm getting to express myself on stage in front of white people. I don't know. It's so much more fun when white people laugh.
It's so dope. It's so dope.
I was like comedy treating you guys in terms of different crowds you've experienced and that.
So, can I go?
You go. You go.
Basically, what I've seen is that younger crowds, like, I've tried giving sets to, 19, 20-year-olds, and the jokes that I can say at a normal Funnyness or like somewhere else don't land there. These men are so sensitive. Like, I can't. It's very sensitive. I must walk on
the hashtag gang.
So that makes it a bit difficult. But besides that small crowd, I feel like people just generally like,
they
the
like
stuff
your
that I'm
work.
putting out.
Yeah.
But one thing that irritates me is that they always want me to do this whole, because I'm from Lesotho.
Yes.
So they want me to do this whole Lesotho gag of, I have a horse and and it's not really what I'm into.
Exactly. It's not what you want.
But when you do something and people like it, they want you to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the same on the internet. If they like you for a certain thing, they want you to keep
I mean, Snoop Dogg is out there still performing his songs 40 years later.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, now in my regards, when it comes to comedy, dude, I don't know if I sound cocky whenever but I don't know how many times I've performed so far, right? But the only time I've had a bad show was once, like in Melville Comedy Club, where I got like, that gong thing that they do, like, play music and then the room turns dark and then Undertaker music plays and you have to walk your ass on stage. Like, that's the only time since I started comedy where I've had like one of that. Okay, no, once in Elders also, but I didn't perform. They told me, hey, go out and give the people the basics. Just tell them there's the toilet, but. Man, I came on stage, I was like, hello, everybody. How y'all doing? And I'm like, this is so many colored people here. And I don't know how to be colored in that moment. And I'm like, how y'all doing? And they're just looking, and I'm like, if y'all want to pop and shit and stuff, it's there. You're going to go shit there. The food is there. That was the only time I felt like I was bad on stage. But now, I feel like I'm doing so much and it's good for some reason. Like, it's very good. Like, I don't even mean to be cocky in that state. Like, but I'm doing comedy and it's so good. And like, for some reason, I feel like the more I'm doing it, the more I can adapt. Like, you know, that way you see a situation is going one way. And like, in that moment, you can just switch it, change it and take it another way. Like, say, you know, when you're about to bomb, you understand, on comedy. As a comic, you know, okay, shit, this is going to take me one of two ways. So you need to like adjust fast in your head there. To say, okay, I'm going to take it this way or that way. So with comedy, like, I'm at the space now where I'm able to adjust it real quick. I see that, okay, shit, this joke is not going to work unless I change something real quick. So in comedy, for me, I feel like that's where I am at the moment. I don't know if that's a place, is it a destination or whatnot, but that's where I am.
It's the journey.
Yeah. So I actually want to do it more. Like, I'm looking forward to getting on stage and flopping. You understand? Because I feel like in failure, that's where you learn
much
your
lessons,
lessons.
so much lessons.
There's a lot of
story.
The fact that I'm not failing scares me. What are you doing, dude? Like, what doing, Jay? Like, so yeah, that's where I'm in my comedy space, and yeah, I just hope things might get better without me flopping much, you know.
Like comedy for me, I feel like it's given me a bit of a voice, man. Like, I'm doing powerful things while being an idiot. Yeah, you know, really, and you can really motivate someone out of their darkness.
Yeah,
by
facts,
being an idiot,
facts,
you know.
Facts.
We all going through different things, and like I'm living a dream doing comedy. I stumbled upon this thing by chance, you know. Exactly. I never imagined myself doing this thing, and now that I'm here, I'm addicted, guys. Like, I cannot stop.
You know what?
You
know what's the crazy thing about us as comics, though, dude? You need to understand, like, we put ourselves out there. We put our pride, our ego, everything out there.
Your life also.
Yeah. Everything, you're putting it out there, your life, because like the distance you travel for comedy is insane, you understand?
Yeah.
And like some people, we in Joburg, but anything can happen. But we've, like what I've noticed, us as comics, we put our pride, ego, everything on stage every night. And you can get that ruined because, you know, if you flop tonight, and you have the balls and the guts to be like, I'm going back there tomorrow night. And you flop again and the next night and the next night. Yeah. You need to be strong to be able to do that. Yeah. And I feel like us doing that and knowing that, listen, you might flop, you might not flop. But the beauty in that is that you don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Next day.
That's the beauty. Then when I look at comedy and I look at my life and I'm like, bro, why don't you do the same thing in your life? Yeah. You don't know what the hell's gonna happen in your life. Just like in comedy. Like my chick literally said that to me. It's like, remember you were like down about going to Eldos and performing in Eldos. You didn't want to be there, but then you got there and you did were really amazing. Well. You didn't know
I was there.
What was gonna happen. Thanks, bro. So you don't know what's gonna happen. And she's like, why don't you take that risk on yourself in life? Why don't you just try it? You don't know what's gonna happen. Just like how in comedy, you don't know in life. Take those risks.
I think the difference is in comedy you prepare. Yeah. Even so for failure. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. You even prepare like if it doesn't go well tonight, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I never go on the stage if I didn't prepare. Like sometimes you just walk in there, they're like, would you like 5? I'm like, no.
Exactly.
Because you didn't prepare to bomb. Now if you do bomb, it will hit you much harder. It will hit you much harder. It will take you longer to come back from bombing if you didn't prepare to fail. Because you have to prepare for failure.
Exactly.
In whatever you do, yes, you have to prepare for failure.
And be ready for failure. Like, to take the feeling of failure and turn that into something more positive. You know?
Exactly.
And I think, you know, comedy is growing rapidly around here. But I think a lot of people are now looking into themselves. You know, and comedy allows you to
to do that introspection.
Just to reflect, you know, and if you look at someone bearing their soul on the stage, you think about yourself, man. Exactly. Like, okay, my life's shit, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
We're all going through this. I mean, here's an idiot on the stage. You know?
It's actually dope because what I've seen, you know, when you research, like, you know, you research before you do certain things. So I looked at the comedy things that they say, what big comics say, what's the best stories to tell about? And they say it's always a story about yourself. Like Kevin Hart made the Laugh at My Pain, where literally that was painful
all of
his
his
life.
pain, yes,
you understand?
yes.
But he made it a joke. So as comics, like you said, we reflect. We look at ourselves and we put ourselves out there on the stage. And people look at this and they're like, listen, he went through this, and me, or maybe that person on like that's sitting there is like, you know what, this guy's been through worse. I thought my life is shit, but he's been through worse. It makes them feel good and makes them like you more and respect you more for being able to come out and do what you're doing. And what I've noticed in comedy, you're either gonna motivate someone in the crowd also to be like, yo, look at this guy, he's doing this.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it gives you that, you know.
Definitely. I went to my first stand-up show ever. Like I said, like I don't have a concentration span. Unless I'm really interested. So I didn't bother watching stand-up much growing up. You know, I watched the popular stuff. So I went eventually to stand-up and I saw this thing. I fell in love. Ever since I've been doing it, and like for me now, it's a very powerful tool.
Exactly.
And also it has influenced other aspects of my life. I think in many ways it saved my life. Because I can laugh at a lot more now. I never failed at anything, guys. Like I failed one thing, maths higher grade first term, and it was terrible. It killed me.
Yeah.
A bad performance now, it kills me. It kills me. A
Exactly,
bad
of
performance
course it
kills me. But it motivates me, man. Because now, being like, I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Everyone is also just asking me to be myself. White ladies are starting to love me. Old white ladies. Interesting thing happened to me. Like at one of the shows outside, she came to me, this lady, and she's very educated lady, and she was telling me where I am from based on what I look like, guys. And apparently, this is why I don't know what she studied, but she told me like, yeah, my roots are from here and here and here. I told her
she was trying to charm the guy. Can see where this is going to.
No, she's like, apparently I'm North African. So I said, if I'm North African, I'm Egyptian. And she's like, no, not Egyptian.
She's like, no, you're
Ethiopian or something, you know. And like a lot of the time, how you look, you get perceived a certain way.
Exactly.
Like you can see Benni Mosh is a skr.
Yes.
How do you deal with something like that, Benni? Like the perception of you.
I used to have braids even.
Yes.
When I started comedy, I had braids.
Yes.
Man, like no one took me seriously. Like for my first year of trying to get somewhere in the entertainment industry, no one took me seriously. And I cut the braids off, had the fade. And then I just started doing me and focusing on me and not focusing on what you're gonna think about me.
Yeah.
I once went to this audition and I'm giving my all. Like, so it's like an improv thing. Man.
Yeah.
So you get like 10 minutes and you just do whatever. I'm going in at this shit. I finish and everything. This time he's like, okay, can we just do that again? But just get rid of the skirness.
Oh,
and I was like, what do you mean, Chief? That time I'm
the
speaking.
CV. The CV for the screw generation is just bad already, my
I was
guy.
like, what do you mean? Dude, didn't you watch me for the past 10 minutes? All you can say is I'm a skr.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had to learn how to just work outside of that mindset of people, you know, boxing me as a skr.
Yeah.
I must just move knowing that I'm myself and fuck what you think about me.
So you were basically hurting the brother all the time. You always
It's a joke now.
He's made peace with that fact.
I'm just listening to him like, nigga, you touched the wound. You just touched the
and
wound.
yourself, Ryan, are you perceived in a certain way? Like, do people see something when they...
You know what? I won't lie to you. On my side, people, I don't know how people see me, my guy. Like, I see myself and I'm like, dude, you're so nice. Like, you're an outgoing person. But then the people look at me and they're like scared. They're like, oh, you look like a type of person. I'm like, no, fuck that. Like, they feel like I'm on a level that I don't see myself at. You understand? Yeah. People are like, you there. I'm like, even when people are like, dude, you're so famous. I'm like, I'm not famous. I'm not famous.
Out here working.
I'm just doing my thing. I'm just well known. You understand? And people are like, nah, because you're famous, we're scared to approach you and we don't know how to do. Like when I make my jokes, my guy, I don't understand because like I'm such a clown. You've seen like I turn into the most stupid guy on stage. I do my thing, you understand? Yeah. And people when they look at me, they're like, I did not expect you to,
to be that funny.
And I'm like, I didn't expect any of
so
that.
you don't look funny basically.
Yeah, I look like a
funny.
serious uncle and I'm like, how do I get rid of that? Like it's too much, dude. Like on your side, what's happening, bro? How do people see you?
I think, bro. Okay, first of all, they see me as black, which I don't have a problem with. You understand? So, being colored, man, being a dark-skinned colored has been very difficult.
Yeah.
I'm faced with a lot of different languages all the time. And, like, even on stage, when I open my mouth, people are like, you can see it. Like, huh? You can see it. They're like shocked.
What is Chepu doing? Chepu, what are you doing?
Yeah, but I've coined that, man. And it's working well for me. I'm running with a lot of things now, like looks can be deceiving. Among white crowds, I've been received well. With my Afrikaans, I speak Afrikaans very well. I speak Afrikaans very well. But I'm learning. I've committed now to learning Zulu. Yeah. I like the language. It's a really interesting language, but it's actually one of it used to hurt me, man. You know, because I really tried my utmost to come across more colored, gold. You know, I tried my best to come across more colored, and now I'm alright, man.
You're chilling.
What do I am? And it's working.
It's
for
hard.
me.
I feel like it's hard to do something like that, my guy. To come across
more colored.
Like you know, I wanted to be colored. I won't lie to you. My first set that I made was once at Kitcheners, and I won't lie to you. I literally made a joke where I was like, I tried so hard to become a colored that I robbed this lady once. And I know colors usually make you know that they say area code, you know. They say, "Come, welcome to the 108." But me, I was so bad at this colored thing that I called out my phone number and I was like, 083-605, give me your bloody person. And the lady like that's how much I tried to be colored when I was doing comedy at start. And I was like, this is not working.
It's not it.
This is not working. Like, nigga, you are half bougie colored and you a bit spoiled. Just go out there and do that. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that, my guy. Bougie colored nigga. Just do your thing. I'm doing my thing.
Do it, bruh.
While doing anything, be yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Good message, yourself. See, like, you are now being motivating. Like, you are motivating while being idiots. I like this.
Exactly. Because my guy, I won't lie to you. Like, it's very weird. Like, when people perceive you to be a certain way, do a certain thing. But you know what?
Like you look like you from Yaldos, right? And let me just put that out there. You do look like you from Yaldos. I also thought you are.
My guy, one of the comments that I once got from someone, like I made a video, I think I got like 19,000 likes on that thing right now currently. That video, someone's like, "Oh, Ryan, one of the hottest guys out here." And then someone comments like, "No, don't flatter him. He's not. Like, he looks like this normal dudes from Eldos." And I'm like, okay. Is that an insult? I don't know how to take this because people are like Eldos and then some people are like, "Brian, you look Cape Town." And I'm like, hey, my guy, I look me. That's how I look. I look me. And what I bring is me.
Do they ever come to you and tell you, "Nah, bro, do more colored stuff"?
Who?
Like just general.
I've heard a lot of people like do more colored stuff, but you need to understand, I don't just perform for colored people.
Exactly.
But if anyone tells you do colored stuff, what is colored stuff?
Like, colored stuff are like people when they make those type of jokes where they like let's make more jokes about Harbley's. They like chilling by the parks and blooming.
So stereotypical jokes.
They want stereotype jokes, but okay. I've made one stereotype jokes. I think I made one, yeah. That week, I won't forget. That's the week Dylan, all of them were like, "Yo, dude, you're vying with this video." Né? I made this video and I think I had like 1.5 million views in the first week on Facebook with this video, right? And I was speaking about how why colored guys don't date colored girls. This is what I called it. And I'm like, nah, man, like colored guys don't have time to buy relaxer for where they have to relax their baby hairs on the side all the time. And I was like, yo, colored guys don't have time for girls that get wild just because you were singing certain songs. And I was stereotyping a lot, dude. You should have seen my DMs, bruh. Yo, master yo, Marco fucking reacted, man. And then people like, you moet fucking kap to come, is gewoon nice. And I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck? I'm literally, because it's something I was asked at work. People are like, hey, bruh, why abafana bakalat, abatan, abachiri, bakalat? They literally asked me, dude, why colored guys don't like colored girls? They want black girls or white girls. And I'm like, because this is
colored girls are around. Colored girls are around.
According to me and what I've loved, you understand? This is the shit that is dead there. Yo, dude, the hate. I got a lot of love, but then I got scared because some of the comments I was like, guys, like even Americans, they're like, you need to stop using the word colored. Like we're done with that. And I'm like, yeah, man, we are still using color. It's like, yeah, you need to stop using color. White people are not superior to us. I'm like,
it's good, but it's weird. Sometimes you offend people with your work. Like,
exactly.
My first performance was in a colored area in Eldos, and the second performance was in West Dean, but the crowd was predominantly black, and my things didn't. They were funny. It's not like they weren't funny.
Exactly.
But they offended some people.
Exactly.
It was a small crowd, and now I don't know, must I apologize? Who must I apologize to?
I don't think you have to apologize. Like, personally, I like doing fairly offensive work, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's why I said when I was performing to a younger crowd, I know now I can't do certain jokes with certain people.
With a younger crowd.
But I don't ever apologize for what I'm doing because what I'm saying still makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. But the thing is, I feel like anything can work anyway. It's just the approach to it.
Yeah.
The approach to it.
Yeah, exactly.
The reason why it offends someone is maybe like they were not ready for it.
Exactly.
If you prepare them, you tell them, I'm coming with dick jokes now, and then you hit them with the dick jokes.
I like what you said there in that regard. But there's so much comics like Dave Chappelle, Daniel Sloss, all those people. They're speaking about what Dave Chappelle said. Like, people are making comedy so censored.
Exactly.
Like, comedy is supposed to be free flow, bro. If I came in here and I wanted to roast you the way I want and roast you, I'm roasting you. We don't need to kill each other after it or fight. It's just jokes. It's just us doing us. And you need to be strong for this. Now, people are censoring it so much and making it so soft. It's like making people tread small.
On eggshells.
What Daniel Sloss said is like, he makes a lot of jokes about dead babies and what.
Dark stuff.
This is
dark
humor. You understand?
Yes.
And people get scared of stuff like it, and people are like, you can't say that. But that's life. You understand? If you are scared of what happens in life, everyday stuff, it's fucked up. And Daniel Sloss tells you that if I make this joke and you laugh at it, and I make another joke and you don't like it, you need to be equally as offended for the first joke, because the first joke offended someone else and they kept quiet. So you need to shut up also because, because you offended, now you want to voice it. But when you were laughing at someone else's offense thing, what's the problem? You need to be equally offended. And then I was like, okay, that's dope. That's dope. But yeah, it's very... You have fine lines to tread on, bro.
Yes.
Like after that hair video, I was like, yeah, I don't think... That was my fastest video, dude. I was like, dude, if you do more of these, before you know it, you're gonna be known. You understand? But then I was like, you know what? I don't want to be known as the guy who came up there because he was just hurting people. You understand? Because I do know I can be funny without hurting
people.
If I have to hurt you, I will.
The thing is, it's never the intention.
It's never.
Yeah,
the intention.
I don't write a joke saying I'm going to offend.
No,
it's just a joke about you people, and then it should be funny. Like, and if it's not funny, how it, Chief?
I'm sorry.
It's not for you.
But I have that fear of one day the guy waiting for me outside. Yeah, but I want to talk to you. You saw how I am. I'm happy when I'm from stage. I'm a different
Chief,
person.
They came for me. The 2000s came for me. They basically, we will cancel you. Don't make jokes like this. I'm like, yo, guys.
But those are your people. That's why they were fighting you. I think maybe, in my view, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it, maybe. They're like, this guy is out here representing us.
And
why is he bashing us?
And I'm like, guys, I'm not bashing you specifically. I'm just making jokes. If it offended you, how did you?
But that's the messed up thing, though, dude. Like, why is everyone so sensitive? Like, this is something you can't be sensitive.
With any work, it's like that. Even like, let's say you work in accounting, you make a mistake and the boss acts like you're trying to offend him personally. You know, it's like you put that mistake there to fuck his day up.
But thing is, with comedy, I am supposed to talk about something that's not normal. You know
Exactly.
I'm supposed to go the extra mile and make you uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Because it's comedy, so don't.
That's how it's supposed
fight
to be.
me
Like
for my job.
There's one thing. When I decided, listen, I want to do this comedy thing. There's one joke. I don't know. I don't think it's a joke. You know that when they make a documentary before they make the show.
Yeah.
So Kevin Hart said, in comedy is a thing where I'm gonna make you laugh, but I'm gonna teach you a lesson and give you some things in this thing while I'm doing the comedy. That's why I wanna turn my comedy to something like that, where I'm gonna give you a lesson, I'm gonna teach you something, but I'm gonna make a joke.
While
because
fun.
comedy,
Yeah.
like I think he was also performing at the All-Star Deaf comedy thing where Kevin Hart was like, as a comic, I'm here to teach you and what's name. So then he was like, he just opens it like, I like domestic violence, and then he starts his joke, you understand? But it's like, I'm gonna teach you, but at the same time make you laugh, you understand?
Yes.
Make them aware. But that's what I've noticed comedy is about. You need to teach and at the same time, you know,
Yeah.
Make them laugh.
yeah, exactly.
But it's a very interesting thing, comedy. A very broad field in itself also.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of, like, there's improv, stand-up.
So how do you guys feel about the whole internet versus stand-up thing? Like, how does it make you, Ryandee, feel? Like, how do people receive you now? Like, your fellow comics, knowing that you have an internet personality,
Yeah.
but also can kill it on the stand-up scene.
Hey, I don't even know where to start when it comes to that because, bruh, like I've like comics with you guys. I've just recently started working with you guys like a lot, and I like working with the people in public, like someone like with Dakes. Like we've performed at a few shows together. It's nice to meet people like that, and then they like we all want to do or reach the same goal, and we understand we have that connection. We're working together to get there. You understand? But then there is the comics who don't like you because of you being who you are in jail. They want to prove that, listen, yeah, the internet is different from stage. You understand? And they want to show you that you're going to flop on stage.
This
You
is
understand?
not Facebook.
Yeah, this is not like I've literally been told that in my face, dude, by one of the comics, and like this is not the Facebook. You're not gonna be the guy you think you are on Facebook here by us. You're not. but the people that are making you laugh is the same people that are sitting there in that crowd. You understand?
And those are the people that come.
But I think the intention of anything online, you know, no one is paying you on Facebook with a like or a comment or a view. Now, if you're bringing it to life, the intention is just like maybe that following can come there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're doing the same thing.
And what I've noticed also with me, understand, like I said, it's most of the old cats that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of young cats that I performed with. The first time I performed with I'm gonna name drop now, Ian Young. I don't know if you've met Ian Young.
I've heard of him.
He's a comic. I met him at Parkers when I performed at Parkers with him, right? And that guy, he gave me something that helped me more in stand-up comedy. It's like, listen, yeah, I've seen your videos, and that's the reason why I follow you. And he's like, listen, yeah, if you can do what you do on your page, on stage, exactly, don't change the people.
It will
Even
kill.
if you flop, he said it will kill. Because
will.
people want that side of you. You understand?
But it's raw also, you know.
Exactly.
I do the same thing. When I decided to do stand-up, I started doing videos.
Yeah.
30-second videos. And to bring a point across in 30 seconds was a challenge at first.
Exactly.
But now I need more time. I've been doing longer videos now. But for me, that's why I trial my work to gauge responses.
Exactly.
Because you're not there when you're seeing it. So people are reacting in a certain way. I trial my work there, then I bring it to the stage. And it's two different things, yes, sure. But
yeah.
You can bring them together.
Yeah.
And to answer like your question in a way also, my stand-up comedy jokes that I do on stage, I first practice them online. I literally go online, make my set. If I see it gets a certain response, I take that, I put it on my live, and it works for me. You understand? Like the recent jokes that I've been making, I've done them online already. You understand? And the response there was wow. Now, response on stage is also wow. You understand? Yeah. So if I decide one day to be like, you know what? What's the date today? Let's say it's April now. I tell myself, listen, here, September, this is what I want. I want to build a show, and I need people to come. This is what I'm gaining. I'm gaining a real life audience and online audience. You understand? I don't want to drop my secrets, guys, but I can literally be the comic now that can walk towards, I'm going to get real life audience, get them to come to my shows, or like online audience, let them come to my shows, and at the same time sell Zoom tickets. for people that are watching me in America.
Yeah.
And like, listen here, you're going to watch my live show now. You're going to watch me via Zoom and you're going to watch me via live because you met me on the lives already. So stand-up comedy online and offline, for me, I feel it's a perk. You understand? But for the guys who's been in comedy, they hate me. And they don't like us.
They don't like
and the people who don't like you, unfortunately, I'm gonna trample you. That's just my mindset. You think you're the best now, but just know that if I know what I want, I'm gonna get it. Whether you're the gatekeeper or not, I will take it from you. You understand? So yeah, they may hate me. Like these guys, you asked me the question, Ryan, how do you feel about the comedy? And
I feel you, bro.
I'm not scared of these people anymore, dude. And I'm gonna take what's mine, dude. So that's what I'm about, you understand? So yeah, online, I feel like it's giving me advantage and it's helping me on stage. So yeah, that's on my side, bro.
I think one thing I like about online work is that it gives you consistency, bro. If you're a stand-up comedian, like just doing like, you know, stage stuff, you can write a joke now this week, plumb the whole month, wait for month end.
Exactly.
But if you're a content creator online, every day
you need fresh ideas
people
all the
are
time.
waiting for
Yeah,
you're building.
they're asking you, my brother.
A network.
How's the video?
Guys, I didn't like. I made a video last week, last week Monday. You know those videos that shocks you. Like, I made this video and I was editing with one eye open, dude. I hated the video, but I had this mindset of, brah, you need to post. You need to post.
Yeah.
I posted the video, dude, and I was like, what the fuck? Why does people like this thing so much? This last week Monday, I have like 10,000 likes now on that thing, and I'm like, what the fuck?
A lot of it is not about you also. It's like what the people want. You're trying to work. You're trying to work. You're not just like loving.
That's the flop we have. We out here, like, there's this book I'm reading. But I want some time, I'll give it to you. It's called the Art of Communicating Effectively, right? So basically, they say you mustn't come there with the mindset of what I get. Yes, you must come there with the mindset of what I can give you.
How you can add value.
Yeah, what I can add value to you. So, since I started doing my Funnyness live shows, like, you know, where I started hosting, what I've noticed on myself as a comic, I've grown. Like, I was a 10 and I've grown straight to a 50 because of this live I was doing. And I noticed that I wasn't on stage anymore just because I wanted to make you laugh. I'm on stage now because, like, I want to give you value. You came here for laughter, and that's what I'm going to give you give to you. I'm not going to force you anything. More, like, I'm just going to give you value and that laughter that you want. And guy, that book says the same thing. It's like, don't come there with the mindset of,
how much can I take from you?
How much am I going to get? Like when you get to your gag and you're like, this is where you're supposed to laugh. People see this and they sense this. They see it exactly. Yeah. That's why with certain comics, you get it that, like, I don't want to name drop, but this guy that we recently performed with, you've noticed how he is on stage. He has this mindset of, I need to just come and make jokes and you guys need to laugh at me the whole time. He doesn't come there and have that mindset of checking how the people are. How are you? Are you calm? Are you relaxed? Are you good? Are you fine? You understand? He just says that, give me. And the people block off. So that book literally, it's opening portals, dude. And I'm just like, guys. That's quarter past, boy.
Yes, how are we looking on time? Like, guys, you think we can wrap this one up?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I think so. Safe to say, guys, like, through some funniness in your life, like, you can add value to everything you do.
I feel like we're going.
You can deal with your problems. I feel we all need a lot of funny.
We all laughter is the best,
and a lot of funniness.
Exactly.
We need a lot. I know, guys, funniness has changed a lot for me in my life, and I appreciate, the platform, and I'm looking forward to bringing more of this to the people.
Exactly.
So thank you for tuning in wherever you're tuning in from.
Shout out, guys.
The Funnyness podcast.
Yeah.